Hello everyone, welcome to the new video in the series in which we are making a notes app. And in our previous video we have complete our a repository to perform different kind of data management things in here, and also implemented singleton design pattern to use the same repository instance on both on our add node screen and home screen. And there are still a space of improvement in regarding the repository. Is that currently what we are doing here is that whenever we want to add any new node or edit or and update any existing nodes, for that we will send that updated instance or new instance of node to our previous screen. And in our previous screen, which is home screen, in which we convert that node instance which is in JSON form to an node model instance and save it in our repository through calling through our view model. So what we're gonna need to do is as we have this is our home view model in which we have node repository instance, and this is our add node view model which has a repository instance. And as we have had the same instance on both screens which contains same data, so what we're gonna need to do is we need to perform the add and update node operation on this screen and reflect those changes on our home screen. So let's first go to our add node view model, and in here when user will tap on back button, then we will update if user is editing an existing node or add the new node in our repository. So for that what we're gonna need to do is when this method back icon on click will be called, we will get the new instance of node model, and we are passing that information to our previous screen. So we will comment this out. Let's say actually what we're going to do is we need to implement our thing in here. First let's go to our home screen and comment out this code. Let's say remove this code from here. So this is our add node view model, and in here as we have get the instance of node model. So if node model.id, if this one is empty, that's mean it's a new node. And otherwise that's an existing node. And we will send the update. We will call the update method, and as we don't need this node model in our navigate back event, so we will remove it from here and make it data object, because data class won't be without any parameters. And go to our add node screen, remove this from one here as well. And from here as well. Okay, so we have implemented this change, and let's as we have add the add node, insert new node and update existing node implemented in our view model. But we also need to reflect this change on our home screen as well. So for that we need to do some improvement in our nodes repository. So as let's say in our home view model, we have already have the same instance of the nodes repository. So just need to find a way to reflect the new insertion and update existing node changes on our this screen. So there are different approaches to achieve this thing. So in current scenario we will go with the basic one. So that is that in our node repository we will implement observer pattern and use two listener, one for in new inserted node and one for the update existing node. So for observer pattern in Kotlin we use flows in these days. So I will use a private data member here. Which would be a mutable shared flow, and data type of this one would be not model, and we will expose the public variant of this one by using this way. I think it's a spelling mistake here. Put this R in insertion. As shared flow. So what we are doing here is that we have create a mutable version of shared flow, which would be private data member of this repository, and expose the immutable version of this flow. So we don't want to allow anyone to do changes in outside the scope of this repository. So and another one will be for the update node listener. Okay, so that's it. And the next thing we need to do is we need to in our insert method we will what we will do is we'll call new node insertion dot emit and pass this new node here, and it is showing some error, and the error is that we need to make this new insert method suspend function, because the emit function is suspend method, and we can only call suspend method within our suspend methods only. So for that we will make it a suspend function. And next is the update on node updation. We will call the update node listener, and also make this suspend as well. And the next thing is in our add node view model, as we have make these functions suspendable, so we need to make this function suspendable as well. But in our, as we are in our a view model, so we will call here view model scope dot launch, and we want to launch this on IO thread. So now there is no error here. And the next thing is, in our home view model we have used this method as well, but currently we are not using this save node method, so I will comment this out. And there is a check regarding this notes that title and description both shouldn't be empty. So we will copy this check from here and go to our this method, and let's skip this check from here because if both texts are empty, then user won't be able to get back to the previous screen. So okay, so let's run the app and see the effect. Okay, so our app is up and running. So let's add a new note here. New note. And how are you? So let's press the back button, and note have been successfully saved, but it's even haven't reflected on this one. Let's see the updation of existing note. Updated one. Press back button. So the things are working, but the addition of new node and update existing node reflection is not having any effect on home screen. So what is the missing here? Oh, okay, so the missing thing is that we haven't listened these changes in our home view model. So we will go to our home view model. In here we have init method. So in here we will call the repository dot new insertion listener dot collect new node, and as this and in our nodes list we will add this new item at the top of the list, which will be at 0th index. And this collect function is a suspend function, so we need to wrap this in our suspend function. So for that we will call this view model scope, which is currently saved in underscore scope. So we will call this scope dot launch, and move this code in here. And next we need to call the update node listener, updated node, and nodes list dot let's say first find that index. So item index is equal to nodes list dot id, and what it will return us, it will return us the matched index or -1. So if item index node is equal to -1, that means that item is exist in our nodes list, which is presenting to in the UI. So in nodes list we will replace that item with the updated node. So in this way that change will be reflected on the UI, but there is some highlight from our code editor Android Studio, is that unreachable code. So what is the reason behind why it's saying unreachable? Is that this collect method is haven't completed, or let's say it's a listener, so it will stop the execution at this line number 34, and any code after this code block won't be executed. So for that we need to cut this code from here and launch another job, and paste it in here. So yeah, this is it. So let's run the app and see the effect. Okay, so let's add the new node. Press the back button, and that new node have been inserted and add on top of the list. And if I update this one, updated node, and press the back button, so we have this node have been updated. So what we have achieved is that we have call the repository. So to summarize, what we have done in this video is that we have used the repository insert and update method in our add node screen in add node view model, and reflect those changes in our home view model using observer pattern. And for observer pattern we have implemented shared flow in our repository, and expose the public variant of that shared flow, which is immutable version of that shared flow. So we cannot, so we are not able, we don't want to allow anyone to add any new events outside of the scope of this repository. So this is it what we have achieved in this video. So this is the improvement that we need to make in our repository and implement those changes. And so let's do some refactoring part of the project. So the refactoring part is that we are passing node information from our add node screen to our previous screen, which is already refactored. So just need to update the home screen. In our home screen we are passing this node from here. I remove this one, and in our main screen we need to fix this one as well, and remove this code. And in our home view model we have created a method save node, so let's remove this one as well. Okay, so we are done with refactoring. Also remove this one. So we are done with refactoring. So this is it for this video. I hope this would be meaningful information for you. So let me know if you have any comments or suggestion regarding this. Thank you for watching. Bye.